I've been trying to think of a good, clever intro for this episode, but I can't think of one, so I'm just going to throw out a bunch of words that I think of when I listen to this song. Okay, oceans. Okay, waves, crashing, reverb, fuzz, distortion. It's all coming down and crashing down on us. Let's enjoy this episode together. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the show, Michael. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Clay?
Well, I gotta tell you, yeah, really well. Things are good.
Welcome to the pod, everybody. This is episode 6.
Has yet to be named. Yeah, episode 6 right here.
Episode 6 of our musically inclined podcast here. For all the new people, as well as the people that are returning. What we do here is we take turns with each other. My name is Michael. His name is Clay, and each of us take a turn to surprise reveal a song to the other one, and we listen to it, discuss its merits or perhaps demerits, and hope you get a kick out of what we have to say.
Michael, have you ever listened to music and thought to yourself, that voice is really different?
Oh yeah, definitely. I got to tell
you. When you hear it that way, is that pleasant or?
It really depends, man. It really depends. Because I got to be honest, Smashing Pumpkins is one of my absolute, and you know, the Smashing Pumpkins is one of my absolute favorite bands ever. But Billy Corgan's voice is kind of a hill to climb.
Traditional, right?
It's a hill to climb, but once you appreciate it in the context of his music, man, just phenomenal music. Phenomenal.
It depends on the song, man. There's some gentle.
I won't say that he has
lullabies that are.
I will not say he has a great voice. He has an awesome rock voice, an awesome rock voice. It is untraditional, non-traditional. But he's not going to win any vocal awards.
Now it can depend, obviously. But does and obviously the mood you can be in the mood for it, or maybe you're not. But does it matter what the voice is saying?
You mean do I care about the lyrics?
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, I definitely care about lyrics. I won't say they can make or break a song, but they don't make a song if the music is bad, and they don't break a song if the music is good. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Okay.
So the fact that if there are lyrics, but they're not exactly discernible.
Oh.
Does that detract from your enjoyment of the song?
I kind of wonder if you're going in the direction I think you're going. Man, it is song specific, artist specific.
Okay. This song
I really wonder where you're going with this.
I know I've really built it up. I'm sorry. And just in our general chat and life outside the pod, we're best friends, so we talk a lot.
Yes.
We don't only talk on the podcast. But I've had the song on my brain for a week, and if we'd had time last weekend or last time we recorded, I would have jumped into it. But I've come back to it a couple of times, and anyway, I've really built it up. I'm sorry. So,
Okay.
And you know what? I think I have sent this to the group, you and me and Chris. I think I've sent it. I don't think I got a reaction from you.
Okay. Sometimes that says all I need to say.
All right. Well,
no reaction.
Are you ready
is
for me to
better
go ahead and send it?
Thrashing you. Yeah, send it. Let's do this. Show me what you got.
All right. I mean, I can just keep building and building.
While Clay is doing this, I'll explain one more time. We surprise reveal the song to each other, and while we were recording, and so Clay is working on sharing the Spotify link to the song, and he's going to text it to me, and it's going to be a surprise reveal. So here in
All
the
right, here
next
it
few
comes.
moments, I'll see what song it is that has been on Clay's mind for a week, with indiscernible lyrics. And what have we got here? Grand Feathered, the Cherry Pit. I have never
Okay.
heard of this.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Now, Grand Feathered is the album.
Okay.
The Cherry Pit is the name of the song. Do you see
Okay.
the name of the band?
Let me see if I can. Well, no, I'm going to have to click on it here and see. Okay, Pinkshinyultrablast. Okay, yeah, you've shared their work before. I don't remember seeing this album cover, so I don't know that if you've shared this album or song in particular before.
Okay.
I don't remember seeing the album, so
All right. Have you heard? But okay. So
I have
you're
heard
not super familiar,
not
but
not
I've shared
greatly,
them
but
probably with you before. I'm quite
you've
certain I've sent
shared,
them to you
yes,
before, but I
you have
don't remember.
shared Pinkshinyultrablast before. Not the direction I thought you were going, considering how you were building it up. I was
Yeah,
thinking you're about
I
to
went
send
for
me
a
some.
mislead. I did a misdirect on you. You thought I was going to go metal,
I thought you were going to go like
death
hardcore,
metal. Yeah.
indiscernible death metal. Yeah. In which case,
All right.
I was
That's not
already
what
building
this
up
is.
my response. But
All right. Yeah, that's not what this is. Okay.
okay,
Well, without further ado, this is the Cherry Pit by Pink Shiny Ultra Blast.
I can't wait. Let's get into it.
All right. Be right back.
At this time, for maximum effect, we recommend you go listen to the song in question before continuing with the episode.
We are
The
back.
Cherry Pit.
The Cherry Pit by Pinkshinyultrablast.
Michael, oh my gosh. How do you
Well,
feel?
I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly
Yeah.
surprised. Yes, and I'll tell you why. It's kind of a more broad than specifically to Pink Shiny Ultra Blast or whatever. I've got to kind of take it back to the musician side of me. So Clay, being you, and some of our other old friends, have always been big into shoegaze style music. I never got it.
I know.
I never really got it until maybe the last year to maybe 2 years. And I'll tell you what did it for me was the fact that I got into guitar playing and like effects driven guitar playing.
Ah, yeah,
And
that'll do it.
when I figured out that the sound in my head was rather shoegazy, I was like, oh, I guess I get it now. And I've started kind of opening up a little bit more to it. Now, I will say I'm still way behind. I probably will always be way behind on it. But that was good. I liked it. Pink Shiny Ultra Blast. Yeah, I liked I like the other stuff that you have shared with me. Not enough to, you know, go head over heels with it or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I enjoyed the song. I enjoyed the music. That's a good pull.
Oh man, that's good. That's good to hear. I had like it was between maybe like three different Pink Shiny songs. Terrible. I don't care for the band name at all. It's not great, but what a great sound. I'll just for if you know the band, I mean they took their band name from a 2005 album by the band Astro Bright. Um, anyway, that was the name of a 2005 Astro Bright album, Pink Shiny Ultra Blast. Now you know.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Okay.
they're from St. Petersburg, Russia. They formed in 2007.
Okay.
They are made up of a bass player named Igor, a drum player named Sergey. Their guitar player is Roman Peranov. The vocals, we're going to get into the vocals by, oh boy, such a beautiful name. I'm butchering it. Lyubov Soloveva.
Oh my goodness!
Lyubov. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep. No, I'm not. I'm done.
No.
And then there's a synth player.
Interesting.
Named Rustam. Okay, so I've named all the. Those are such interesting names. That if they were all American names like Jeff and Billy and Bob and Henry, it wouldn't be as interesting.
Correct.
So yeah, they're okay. Now the vocals. What do you think about that voice?
We've had this discussion before, and I'm sure it'll come up again as time goes by on our pod here. But
in reference to the intro,
well, I didn't really break down pieces of the song. I didn't.
No.
I found myself.
I need the intro of what we were saying.
The intro of the pod
before the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I do understand what you're saying, and I do like in this context, a song like this. The lyrics don't matter. They're now if it comes to find out that he's praising Satan or something like that, I'll probably be like,
Did you say he?
I'll pass.
That's a she.
Oh, she. Excuse me. Whatever.
Are you kidding?
I've heard
you thought
guys
that was
with
a man's voice
like that. I've heard male voices like that before. Whatever. Clay's offended. I'm sure I've offended some
I'm
other
not
people in the
offended.
audience as well.
I was just shocked. I thought it was an intensely feminine voice.
Well, okay, she.
I love you, man. That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
She, whatever. The vocal added to the musicality of the song, I guess. So it doesn't really matter what she is saying.
It matters to her.
Well, I suppose it does matter to her, but it's almost like
certainly
listening
feels
to.
Like it.
It's almost
it certainly feels like it.
It is in no way musically the same, but like the spirit of it is like listening to Rammstein or something like that, where you have no idea what they're saying because it's a different language. But it's
with Rammstein there are discernible words,
German words.
Well, just because we don't speak the language, just because I know it's not gibberish. He's clearly speaking German words. We just don't understand German.
Okay, so is she? Is it all gibberish then? Because
I don't know, because now, so it could be. I did a little reading, and some places say that it's Russian. Some think it's English. Some of it could be.
The Russians will say it's English. The English will say it's Russian.
which I so I'm really not sure. I feel like while I'm singing along to it, a lot of it is, la la la's and that sort of thing. I'm trying not to sing the thing. But it reminds me of a Liz Fraser situation. The Cocteau Twins.
Yes,
I know so there's so many hilarious topic. The topic for discussion for the Liz Fraser voice and the words that she's quote unquote, very loose there. Some of it's gibberish, and I mean, admittedly, I think in the few, in some interviews, it's admittedly gibberish. But man, what a voice! It's so. I mean, it's really untraditional, but it's so huge and just it's just like the, just like it's just an angelic kind of a
ethereal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, almost like not otherworldly in a bad sense, but like I know what you're saying. It's the vocal with how well it meshes into the music. Like I said, it's part of the music to me. It's not. It's not.
It's an instrument. It's like an instrument.
Yes, it's another instrument. It serves the music. The music doesn't serve the lyrics. The lyrics or the spoken part at least is it serves the music.
And I don't think there's like other than massive reverb. I don't think her voice is
like doctored in any kind of way.
Yeah, not really. And that's one of the things I love about this band is just I love that shoegaze sound, but it's this one is just different because the song structure, like this one, just goes in so many different directions. And you know, I love a quiet, loud kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this just brings that, you know, there's tons of that. And then it's just there's this huge reverb and the thick, fuzzy tones that are in there. And then, and can you discern by listening to the tone of that guitar, what he's playing? Are you able to make that
Like as
determination?
far as
Do you
the
think?
effect, or
No. What kind of guitar he's playing?
oh no.
From the not from the now. Whenever you turn on all the fuzz and everything, there's no, you know, there's not
No,
no way
I
to
don't.
tell.
I don't
But
have
like
a.
the
I don't
clean tones, the
have
jangly clean
no.
tones.
No, I don't. I don't have an
No.
ear for enough of an
Okay.
ear for different guitar brands or types or anything.
Okay. To me, it rings out like a Telecaster to me, and
Okay.
with like with the tone knob jacked, and then he's got like a probably like a Fender Twin reverb kind of thing going,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like his fuzz tone is it's big, but he's like playing into all this huge reverb, and it's all bouncing off of itself, and it's just this huge ocean of just joy. It makes me so
Right? Yeah.
excited. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
it. It's just it's so dense. It's so dense, and then and then the songs just takes a different direction. I'm moving my hands as you can see me. I'm moving my hands,
I
but
can picture it. Yeah.
yeah. So, oh, man, it's just such a huge sound, and I found these dudes just I think I saw them on like a shoegaze list somewhere, like on a Facebook or something a few years ago. I don't look at it anymore, but
Mm-hmm.
I found this, and I went and found them on Spotify, and I just, oh man, I just love them. And I don't think they've ever come. I'm always, you know, I'm trying to keep track of them. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what they're doing, but I don't think they've ever come. I don't know that they've ever come to the United States, but man, if they ever did, wow, I'd love to see this. I'd love to see these guys.
That's you mentioned, you kind of touched on it a second ago, like the immensity of the sound, like how big the music sounds, and that's one thing that I really like about shoegaze in general, is that especially with like you have some band, I know, like, you know, we both love the band Russian Circles, and I don't consider them shoegaze, but the spirit of how they play and what they play kind of is the same thing, where it's a
Yeah,
big
there are a
sound.
lot of those elements.
There's only three of them. There's only three of them, and like, you know, this band has kind of a more traditional, what, five people in the
Yeah.
band, but it's
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, there's so much in the song. I mean, you know, we were listening to this song with headphones, and for you out there listening, I definitely recommend headphones for this type of sound. It's
Yeah.
like you're in the middle of this band, and every speaker or amp cabinet or whatever is just pointed directly at your head,
Yeah.
and all this music is coming at you, and I mean, it could be like 15 guitarists playing, but it's really only like, you know, one guitarist and, you know, a bass player and then other
And
instruments, but it's like,
shoegaze, this is often
it's just
overlooked. It is meant to be played or listened to at I mean, like, okay, live, it's going to be loud.
oh
It's
yeah,
meant to be
oh yeah.
loud. It is more effective at higher volumes, I believe, and it's also more effective um, with headphones, like exactly like what you're saying. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
don't damage your ears, but
Of course not, but
if you really want to, you know, experience it the way, you know, that to get the fullest effect, is, I think, with headphones, and close your eyes and just like let it just
kind of let the
wash
music
over you,
take you.
man.
Yeah, and I was going to use
It does that
like
with me.
a
Oh,
description, like a waterfall. It's just like you're being
yes, there's just like a
inundated with music and sound, and you
yeah.
feel it from like head to toe, you know.
And they're not a
And
it's interesting you said Russian circles, because so they are they have more of like they're more menacing and metal and everything, but they do have the shoegaze spirit and element in in
Yes.
in the
Yes.
way in what they're doing in their songs, because they're doing loops, and they're
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 looping. There's a lot of effects in.
pro
Oh,
shoegazers. They're fantastic at
yes.
what they
They
do.
they have these huge effects boards at their shows. They don't sing. They have no vocals. They're purely instrumental.
Yeah.
But and Clay and I have seen them live, and the amount of sound that three guys can put out, and one of them's a drummer. One of them isn't even putting out like music per se. He's providing the beat. So it's really two guys making the melody, and it's just incredible
What's
the
cool about
amount of
them,
sound. And
since
like you
we're
said, it's the spirit of shoegaze, where it's like
yeah,
you create these big soundscapes, and you create this music that just fills you from head to toe.
hey, they
And
know they have some okay, so on what's that album with the African gentleman on the front,
sounds of
Guidance, right?
guidance, yes.
Okay. Um man, they've got that they're I don't know, that I would definitely put them in the shoegaze thing, because they've got these drones that they do in between
Yes.
songs that
Yes.
are very shoegazy. They're
And
just like,
they're also very good. Like you mentioned, the quiet, loud thing as well.
yeah.
And
But anyway,
I don't want to fall down a Russian circles, hole too much. But we both love and praise them highly. But yeah, they it's just in a similar vein, shoegaze, and that's why I've come to appreciate them so much. Like I got into Russian circles like maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and I kind of wonder if they opened that door for me, because it got me thinking about effects. And
yeah,
I can be one person sitting at home playing my guitar and being generally crappy at it, because I'm not a guitarist at all. Um, I do dabble in it. I dabble more in bass guitar, and I feel more confident and comfortable with a bass guitar. But I can make a big, loud, full sound with just me and the pedals on my floor, and
yeah.
my one little amplifier recording into an iPad. I can make what sounds like a whole lot more than just one guy screwing around with a guitar in his house.
It's magical.
And it's very cool, and that's what drew me to shoegaze, and that's why I appreciate what you sent, because
There's a really wide variety of
there is,
what
there is, there was, and it's been
of
around,
shoegazes.
and it's been around a long time. Since really kind of, I guess, the
It's really
'80s,
kind of got its
but
root in
it,
the early mid '80s probably. But
and it kind of really dug in around 89, 90, and that when My Bloody
probably,
Valentine kind of really started taking off with
yeah,
their
they were
stuff and that
around.
sound.
Well, I think they were kicking, around mid '80s, 85, 6, something like that. Maybe I'm not
But
positive, but
for
I
years and
mean
years, I
that
just didn't
for
get it. But the last
um,
few couple of years, I've really gotten appreciation for it. I like
well, have
stuff
you
like
has
Catherine Wheel and
since we're on the shoegaze and your personal journey, have you has there's the what okay what is this is a little trivia, put you on the spot. What
oh
is
no,
the shoegaze album? Like, what's the big one that everybody kind of knows?
My Bloody Valentine Loveless, right?
There you go. That's the one. How what's your opinion on that? I know I've sent it to you. I've probably purchased copies and given it to you.
You you
What's your
you haven't done that, but
oh, okay, that's somebody
I
else.
do
That's
not
another
have a
friend.
copy. I do not have a copy. I
Hey,
have listened, and I need to give it another critical listen. I need to put it on when I don't have
headphones.
much else. Yeah, headphones, or like in my truck driving down the highway or something like that.
No, no. It's a different experience in the
Hmm.
vehicle. I will say, okay, now okay, let me back that up. Okay, if
I
your
do critical
vehicle,
listening in my vehicle, but it has a good sound system. But
okay, that matters. And now, Loveless especially has got to be high volume.
well, that's the only way I listen in my truck.
Okay, okay, that's probably good. That's probably good. I mean, it is a different experience though. At home with the headphones, um, it's different.
Okay.
That's what's so interesting about Loveless is that you can listen to it. I've never listened to it on vinyl. I would love to. Someday I'm
Is
gonna
it even
see if I can find a
available on
copy of it.
vinyl?
I don't think I've got it on vinyl, but I really wish they would do the proper. Okay, I'm speaking out of turn. I haven't even like. I'm not even looking. I don't know if it's on vinyl, but it's a different experience dependent on where you're listening, how you're listening. Just like anything else. But Loveless, especially, I think, is a different experience in your headphones versus in your vehicle versus on a tape player with your Walkman versus your second generation iPod
Right.
versus your Microsoft Zune or your
God.
or your
I had a Walkman way back in the
jukebox.
day.
Well, okay, with Pink Shiny Ultra Blast though, I really want to buy some of their physical media. I'm sure they've got some
They have
vinyl or
to.
something. I need to
They have to.
reach out and man, because what a fantastic song. I really enjoyed that a lot, and I'm glad that you kind of liked it.
I did, and I have liked what you've sent me before.
Okay, for further listening, Holy Forest. There's a song
Okay.
called Holy Forest that was
Holy Forest.
that was my second choice. There's another one called Kiddie Pool Dreams. That's a pretty dope song. Ravestar Supreme and Umi, UMI. Those are mine.
I think I've heard Umi before. I think you've shared that. That's one of the ones that I remember you sharing before. So I think
I almost went Holy Forest, but Cherry Pit kept grabbing me. I've really gone long. I'm sorry to keep you so long on this episode, Mikey.
No worries.
I just got really
it was a
excited
good
about it. I'm
conversation.
sorry.
Yeah, and I appreciate your enthusiasm. No, and that's the cool thing is how excited a particular artist or song or album or even genre can make you. Because I'm sure I was that way when I first discovered Russian Circles and I was trying to turn you on to it. Like, go listen to this band.
And you did.
And man, and we're all like huge
Bless you
fans
for
and,
it, man.
and loving for it,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And it's infectious.
And I don't know if
infectious.
it wasn't for you, I don't know if I would have run into Russian Circles. I hope I would have because man, they've blessed me. I love them. They've
they're
like even
phenomenal.
like just I mean, if you want to be, they've got different moods, and there's no vocals, and I just love it. They've just, I mean, okay, gushing about Russian Circles, even though this episode is about Pink Shiny Ultra Blast, but anyway, thank you and bless you for introducing those guys to me, and they evoke all kinds of feelings.
Indeed, and thank you for sharing it. And I do plan on kind of digging into their catalog a bit more. I want to hear more.
Okay, and you know what? And I believe you. Unlike with the Smiths, where you said, maybe I'll check into them a little more. No, you're not.
No, I'm not going to. But
but with Pink Shiny Ultra Blast, I think you actually might take a listen if the mood strikes.
Yeah. I'm gonna dig into Pink Shiny Ultra Blast.
Awesome. Well, I encourage everybody else to as well. I don't think they're a huge band, and they're doing something. They're in Russia. I think they were. I don't know. I don't know. I really should have just kind of looked to see where they're at. But God bless them. They're making beautiful music. I love it. I love Pink Shiny Ultra Blast. So, all right.
Well, thank you for the share. Thank you for the song. And for anyone listening out there, definitely check them out.
All right, everybody, say your prayers, check your vitamins. Have a great day. And Michael, let's do this again sometime, okay?
Indeed, we shall.
All right, dude. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, we really appreciate you listening to the show today. If you enjoyed it, feel free to listen to the rest of our catalog and share it with your friends. Go ahead and follow us. And you can find me on Instagram at Clay Dang Collins. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next one.